Hello there everyone, welcome back, and Happy New Year's to everyone. Hopefully everyone enjoyed their holidays, cause I haven't had much chance to do a whole lot of videos past few weeks with nephews around, family around. Things have been hectic here. But on the plus side, I got back into the actual Warhammer 40k a little bit, so now my inspiration to play Tau has been rekindled. So even though I may do horribly here in these next few matches, because I've hardly got any time with Battlefleet Gothic, let alone with this level 8 fleet, we're hoping I can get things figured out. I'm slowly figuring things out with the Eldar. There is promise there with the more using my massive, overwhelming amount of beacons to kind of like harass them at distance safely enough. And I'm slowly getting the upgrades to extend my railgun range, which is starting to make me consider going Cao Yang. Or Hamero, I remember you from somewhere. I can't remember which Tau match it was, but I like to think I'm starting to get Tau figured out, and with this belt armor, the prow is not really as vulnerable, so we're going to attempt this. I'm going to stick with my two Sauces as much as I would love the Dela for the extra bombers. I'm gonna have to stick with this because the Sauces have been winning me matches. Dalef not so much. Now it just begs the question. Oh, never mind. I was gonna contemplate whether to get a bunch of messengers and a Castellan, but I could get both of them. I forgot about that. Let's do this then. And what a way to have to start off the new year, huh? Having to do a mirror match. With a match I'm not quite victorious or having a good record on, but I feel like I'm doing well now with the subtle nuances, subtle changes. The real risk is the stealth alloy, because if he has a heavy number of stealth alloy chips, that is something I'm not quite experienced with yet, so that's going to be a little bit of difficulty. That's going to be a bit of a pain. And I want to at least contest this nebula cloud, because that's probably going to be pretty key for the center of the map. So I think Custodian's going to go there. We're going to have our Sauces potentially flank. That's what I like out of them. I just can't remember what my formation was. I had Wardens with them and a Messenger. Was it? I had two Messengers and a Warden. Yeah, and the Castellan should go over there too because it's not going to do a whole lot. So Messenger. Wardens, you're going to support here. I like to keep you in the back. Should I have an extra Warden or not? Actually, let me flip this around, because the Castellan does have the extra point defense and the extended range, so that'd be more useful there. Yep, extended range, more turrets, so that's better. Because I want to even out the number of ships that he sees. Just a tiny bit. So your squad 1, we're just going to have you grouped up together. Squad 2, you're going to group together, and Cao Yang, I'm really contemplating it. I just don't know where that threshold is. I should seriously consider it. Now, 7 ships versus my 8, so that seems like a reasonable assumption. He has, like, where are they? He has a Custodian and there's a Dalef. That's no surprise. Thankfully, I'm prepared for such an occasion. And I'm not gonna hide the fact that I have a Custodian. Although I should be mindful of if I can dodge this. Beacons. They have air cache, so I can easily dodge that. I just gotta be very mindful about being too spread out. That's the real catch. But without doubt, that's gonna dodge. I'm gonna be able to contest this nebula cloud, and best of all, I have a supercharged void shield to easily negate that dang was a stronghold. So I'm in good shape here. Oop. Just gotta make sure all moving. Not that I need to dodge them too much, but better safe than sorry. Because they are capable of breaching my armor, so if I can afford to do it without being too much out of position, that would be good. At least that's the plan anyway. And I'm okay with Beacon spying them. I could just run again. I still got time, and it looks like he's just camping. That's fine. Just hide everything. Don't give him seeker missiles. And get these two in position to kind of block for the Custodian. Or at least start shooting him down.
Imperials guide us.
Because I already kind of know what he's feeling, at least the stronghold. So it's a safe assumption the other might be a custodian. Because he's camping a bit, he's going to get that charge in. And the starting position suits him well, but I'm not scared of that for reasons I've already said. I got a secret weapon available for that, I just got to make sure these sauces do not get caught off guard. Alright. And he's still refusing to move. So, how do I want to pursue this? Because the closer I get, the easier he is going to have to spot me. So what did he spot that's going to use a... Okay. He's got messengers, that's fine. Let me just overkill it. Potentially. So that way, he loses his eyes, he's giving me free kills here. I just got to make sure this custodian is facing in a way that it can at least absorb the hits from the seeker missiles when they come, because they are coming. And hopefully my fighters do not get shot down too horribly. Okay, another beacon. I do have a nebula cloud, so I don't have to worry about SOT run anymore. I just got, yeah, I only got a small handful of missile fighters. But that wasn't necessary. But they aren't going to be up in time for this, oh wow, he still sees me. Oh, it's because of this warden back, so let's fix that. Or, what, maybe he shot another one? I don't know. Because these secret missiles aren't going anywhere. I shouldn't get sidetracked too much, though. This is going to be a pain. Well, without a doubt, that's a custodian. I could fix that easily. Oh, and this thing did get hit. That's a shame. I gotta get this thing in the nebula cloud already. Oh, because he's already sees me, that's why. I could fix that too. But I need defensive. Oh, I'm miscontrolling this a little bit. I do have fighters out to shoot these things, so I'm okay. And kill this messenger, because without a doubt, that's his only eyes. Oh, that was a misclick. That was a huge misclick there. Okay, so nonetheless, I am in okay shape here. I just gotta keep an eye out for when that fires. Okay, shields are gonna get down. That's a shame. Get repairs going. I do have the... yeah, that's a crap ton of damage, but at the same time, breach for... resist... what is it? What, brace for impact is doing a good job here. Now, gotta keep this thing alive. Now, this is a bit risky, but it keeps me out of the front fire of that Daleth. Oh my god, already? Yeah, I messed up that supercharged void shield. I knew there was going to be a disruption, but not a whole lot I could do there. I squandered that a tiny bit. And if I was a little bit faster about that energy shield, that would not have been a big problem. It had a promise. The damage is getting split some, though. So that's a shame. Let me just keep my ships alive. Not a promising start. And quite frankly, because the supercharged void shield was used prematurely there, because that's what I'm used to, them like getting too excited with that jump, it would not have been a huge deal on its own. Although, I completely forgot about the micro warp jump. I could have done that to dodge the shield disruption. That would have been great. Would he have had a second one though? Nope, it looks like he only has one, if I'm looking at this properly. Yeah, he only has one. So if I dodged that, I would have been in the clear. I could have got myself in good position. So that was a bit squandered. Just mainly because I forgot about the micro warp jump, let's be fair. It's like the only ship besides for strongholds, the demiurge that actually has them. So could have been handled a little bit better, just a tiny bit, because the stronghold alone was dying incredibly fast. So of mitigating so much of that damage in his bombers, which quite frankly I'm surprised the bombers did the damage they did, because I do have the reroll to hit fighters after all, even at point blank range. You think that would favor me some. Again, levels 10. Well, actually he couldn't have enhanced his fighters, so that probably was more from the custodian now that I think of it. More than likely. Bit of a rough start. Good way to start off the new year, right? It didn't feel terrible, it just squandered 2 abilities. That's what it was. The supercharged void shield and basically my micro warp jump, because I completely forgot about it. It's really all it came down to. And let's see, Sauce's lost in warp, but I did get its experience, so not a terrible thing. This level 6 though could have used its level. Now, the big question. Do we get our rematch? Because I feel like I can do it there. He just has a level advantage on me, which is a bit problematic. Just a tiny bit. But if they're utilizing shield disruptors, that means they're neglecting their flanking potential. That's what that tells me. If they rely on that so much. Ooh, we got orcs, so this will be amusing. Which begs the question, do I really use a custodian? Well, with brace for impact, if I time it right, against, oh, it's a planetary assault too, and I'm an attacker, so maybe I don't want the custodian because of mobility. Being able to get in good positions is ideal. The real question is, do I use a stronghold or a bastion? He's probably, well, what is he likely to do? He can go to massive torpedo spam, which air cache is not a huge deal unless there's an objective really close to the center of the map. I feel like that'd be a big concern. And only got 63 points, so. And I would like a messenger because of the fact he may be spamming torpedoes. And it could keep up with the fleet a little bit. Well, to be fair, Castellan could have done that as well. So let's just hope I keep that messenger in a good position. So that that's the tracking array, the sensor net, whatever the aura gives me for rerolls against torpedoes and bombers will be very handy here. Because unless I can get some good damage in, I'm probably going to be forfeiting the middle of the map. Just shoot down the beacons to avoid any stasis bombs. And just hound and harass the best I can. Now begs the question, where do I want to start? There's an asteroid field here, or I can go to open field. Open field sounds better. Gives me a little more freedom, if only a tiny bit. Keep everything in close formation. I don't care about being spread out so much. Until those beacons are down, because concentrate fire on the beacon is going to help kill them quickly. Ideally. And now Kion. The patient hunter is rewarded with victory. I don't have extended range on these. I still question because I feel like I need all my ships to have the 9,000 unit range. Or 12,000. What is it? This 12,000 unit railgun range is what I'm referring to. 9,000 is not as significant. Not yet. But I'm planning on harassing them. I have the mobility for it. I just need to be careful of just hold that thought a sec. I'm just launching torpedoes and I'm making sure they don't screw me over. Because the priority system and the secret missile autocast is a bit weird, I've been finding. It doesn't want to go after the ship I'm prioritizing. And we have a whopping 6 ships, so without a doubt, orcs can afford that. The real question is how many of them are battle cruisers, and where's the battleship in this mix? Is any of them slowing down? None of them slowing down. So I think it's safe to say we don't have a battleship in our midst. That's okay. Just shoot these things down best I can. And I do have a nebula cloud here, which It's going to be problematic if I don't have a beacon on there. He could just hide easily enough, even if I were to kind of harass him.
We eliminated an enemy defense.
Oh, I completely forgot about the staff alloy. That was a huge blunder. Although, maybe he didn't notice. Okay, 2 peak is gone. Just give it a moment to turn. And hopefully kill that for his... Oh, did I seriously hit myself? I thought I turned enough so he would avoid that, damn it. Not a promising start. Okay, so that beacon is probably not going to die, but without a doubt I need to get beacons on this thing quickly to deny him his ability to hide in that. Bit of a waste because he clearly sees it, but once I do reveal him, he's not going to be able to utilize it as much.
Drones have identified an enemy target. Calculate optimal bombing pattern.
Well, that works. That works so far, and that beacon's gone. Perfect. Now, let me stop wasting all this cogitator, make sure everything's facing. And the most important thing... Wait. Why did you select the orc? I did not want you to select the orc. And just try to avoid. This is going to be blunderous if it goes as horribly as I expect it to. Supercharged void shields aren't going to do much though. So get the supercharged void shield. Well, I shouldn't have boosted anyway. That was a bit of a mistake. But I do have silent running, so why not use it? Since I already given 1 ship away, and that eats up all the shields, I have supercharged void shield. That was a waste. That was a waste of a stasis bomb because it's actually going to help me there. And sadly, nothing is doing anything here. I'm practically dodging all his bombs. So everything goes silent. And just play cat and mouse. I got the mobility for it. So I have 3 beacons gone. That's all I know. Play cat and mouse a little bit. Turn, fire. And he does have a battleship. I misunderstood that completely. Oh, and I forgot the bombers were up, so that was a bit of a waste of the missile bomber combo. So, but with this isolated ship, I should be able to do some damage. I just wish I could hit the dang engines to kind of cripple it. Although he does have belt armor, does he? So try and do your damage, because he is committing here. Belt armor's gone for both ships. And I don't quite have the best firing angle. So this is going to hurt a bit. Just a little bit. So this is probably a mistake, and I probably should abandon or fall back. So you are going to get out. Ideally, I did not want you turning, but it's because I gave that order, I guess, so... And what's this one doing? Just getting in a prime position for everything. Now, secret missiles, do your work. I don't think you're going to kill that orc, but it's going to be close. Ooh, it's damn close. Can I finish off the job? Is the real question. I don't want to give away the stealth alloy, even though the positioning is really damn good. But we're doing well here. I gotta be mindful of any mega cannons. Because if he has mega cannons, I need to face it. And goddamn, brace for impact as a result. So So do I have repair drones?
Aircraft ready for order.
So is this thing gonna go?
To optimal command.
Nope, it's not going to unless I boost. So commit.
How may I serve you?
Commit to this. Get this thing in position. Okay, so missiles don't hit. Yeah, the missile shot went right through me, so this is gonna suck. But I can avoid. Not exactly the prettiest thing. And I have no cogitators. That's something to keep in mind too. So that thing is probably dead.
For Amber it will be so.
So I'm without a doubt going to grab that. There's going to be heavy, heavy casualties. Get the hell out. Thankfully, Brace for Impact is pretty resilient. Well, what am I trying to say? It lasts a good long while, and I'm... Considering I'm in close range, close quarters, I'm doing pretty well against orcs. I really should consider warping this thing out before it dies a horrible death, though.
Corel.
And boosters are about to break, so...
The ethereals guide us.
So you silent run there, get hit in. Yes, we might make it out with no casualties. Although we still got a dang battleship to deal with. So if I could boost... Oh, thank you. I think RNG is a little bit in my favor here. But the plan is to kill these things' engines. I'm just going to avoid them for the rest of this campaign.
Blast doors sealed.
Get all repairs going. I hit the mic a tiny bit. I apologize if that went through.
Drones activated. As the ethereals
So I think we got this in the bag. Nice and easy.
we serve the cause.
And we got a bit of a slugfest in with the orcs, so it was a win in every regard. Maybe I've been blessed by Farsight. Because I have his colors, I have his thing,
Orders, Colonel.
I have his enclave bearings on my ships, and we're going to make it out with no major casualties. Except for maybe the thousands of Tau that were victim of that one hull breach or two. Who knows?
Can that
This is game.
into glass?
Let's be fair, he had the strength numbers there in that close quarter brawl. Because one of my sauces was completely AWOL for it, and it won me the match, while I won the battle almost completely. Almost. I think those were only 2 cruisers though, so maybe I shouldn't brag too much. But that felt good, after that stumbling start with Tau. So, can I say I still got it? Because you can't get much closer than that with orcs, quite frankly. And still live to tell tale with all the ships. That made it for the last match, but still Sauce's lost in warp. I can live with that. I could definitely live with that considering he missed out on his level 7 last match. So we're doing good. We're doing real good.